coat on. I'm doing surgeries on his body. It been so long. They've been saying I'm a poppin' now. Run up on me, then I caught him from the label. Then I started, oh, I won't smoke with anybody. Front the label, they can't stop him. Must not want your fucking life. You steady talking like you body. With them demons day and night. You know they beast as close as fuck. Don't trust young boy, cause he don't right. Catch him, he gon' catch your body. You hear me? We to talk about YB's and Young Boy. You hear me? We to talk about Young Boy, and apparently he been going back and forth with this Shmurda is the case that he gave me Bobby Shmurda in this whole thing. Now, first of all, before I start talking, I didn't even need an article for this bullshit. I can just say it. So what's up? What's happening? It's K. We back in this thing. K so got his sleep with a cut up between 1 and 10 years. The glasses is back in this effect. I'm on my analytical, smart shit today. I'm joking. I was feeling myself. I was feeling like an intellectual. You know what I'm saying? You know them bad bitches that be wearing glasses trying to look smart, like bro. Like, well, I actually wore glasses, but them bitches, they be switching this shit out just facading and shit. So I had to put a lot of clear frames on time. But anyways, we here to talk about this little YB Shmurda thing. So if you didn't know what happened, it happened a couple days ago. Basically, I think this comes from the Roddy Rebel interview he did with Math Hoffa. That is a very good podcast. No plug. What's it called? My expert opinion. Very good podcast. I enjoyed it a lot. Anyways, he was on there saying, I'll talk about the situation about King Von and the Quando thing that happened. Basically alluding to the fact that Lil Tim, who is Quando's homie, that I think he's locked up right now. I've been had a video about him getting locked up, which I haven't dropped. I should drop that video eventually. I should. It is kind of relevant. Like, I can still get it off. It's like a week old. Fuck it, I'm gonna drop that motherfucker. With that being said, basically what happened, he was alluding to the fact you didn't have to shoot. You could have shot in the air. Like, you had the upper hand. You didn't have to take Von's life. Now, again, I go back to Quando Rondo's end of story song was like, if it was the other way around, they wouldn't have said he wrong. It's just that niggas love King Von, which I fuck with King Von. I was a fan of his music. I enjoyed that nigga's music as well. I didn't want to see him die. But, like, again, like what 600 Breezy said, he's protecting the money, he was protecting his mans. You know what I'm saying? If we just looking at it objectively, outside of the fact, like, you took the life of my mans, like, he did what he was supposed to do. Like, and that's what I feel like niggas ain't understanding. In that situation, we not gonna just come outside like, hey, like, yo, you seen the video, you seen Von, all his guys was there, like, it looked like Quando and them was outnumbered. He had a lot of niggas with him. If you seen the video, Lil Tim shot Von, whatever happened. It looked like he didn't have no more bullets. Brody shot Tim. Brody was gonna go finish Lil Tim off. I don't know if that was what's that nigga name? T-Roy, like, family member. And was gonna finish off, I think it was Slutty. I'm not 100% sure. But basically, yeah, he was gonna finish Lil Tim off. I guess his gun jam, and Lil Tim pointed the gun at him, and then that nigga was like, oh, I ain't get shot, fuck that. And he backed off a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So, he was just alluding to, you didn't have to kill Von. Now, R.I.P. King Von. King Von didn't have to die. This also happens with Youngboy and Quando dropping their collab album, 3860, which dropped, and basically one of the songs, I guess, that was going crazy, or Quando mostly, was going crazy on the whole King Von situation. I'm not sure. That was another thing. Apparently, NBA Youngboy didn't want that tape to come out. Quando Rondo respected it, but somehow it leaked and it got out regardless. So it's there. It's on streaming platforms. It's under their pages. You can go listen to this shit. It's out. With that being said, right, just to catch y'all up. So he said some shit. So Youngboy went on there saying, "Oh, Roddy Rebel's a perm. What you alluding to? Basically, if we step outside." And you gonna pump fake, your ass is gonna get blown down. Who the fuck gonna do that? Which is fair, like, bro. In life or death situations, we not gonna act reasonably. Niggas trying to make it home again, like, bro. If I was in a situation like that, which I hope to God I am, never am, but if I was in a situation like that and some shit like that was happening, hopefully, like, bro, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there like shoot up in the air like, yeah, I got a bullet. Like, nah, nigga, like, yo, that's my mans, that's me. If me and my mans can make it out this shit, I'm busting. Let's keep it a buck, I'm busting. You harming my nigga, I'm busting. You got all these niggas. I know y'all from Chicago. Y'all get busy. You know what I'm saying? And, like, listen, I fuck with everybody. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yo, King Von is, like, a menace to society. This nigga just kill all the time. Nigga had a heart. He's probably a nice nigga to his friends. Like if I probably knew him or came up around him and we was cool, I'll probably say, oh, that's my nigga. He a nice nigga. We play video games and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just, hey, nigga was in the hood. He had to do what he had to do, and he was a gangster. You know what I'm saying? He had to do what he had to do. I'm not condoning it, but that's just what he was. You know what I'm saying? He was out there, he was doing his thing. With that being said, I'm not gonna assume you and your niggas don't have poles on you. Like, come on, folks. Like, we not doing this. So, anyways, past that interview, Bobby Shmurda comes on there. It's like, hey, you be saying what your mans did and what your broski does, what your mans did, but what do you do? Da 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 da. Now, when Bobby Shmurda did say that, we all assumed he was alluding to NBA Youngboy because Youngboy just dropped that shit. So it is what it is. Also, sorry for the background noise. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, with that, I don't know why black people loud. Well, my bitch ass loud. But anyways, we ain't gonna talk about that. But that happened. Youngboy fired back and was disrespectful as hell to Bobby and all that shit. And then Bobby started wilding and saying, I'm 2-0 for the year. So I'm just like, niggas, you implicating yourself with nigga who you get touched. Like at first I was like, oh, you got out of jail and you know you got some money. That's what I thought you meant. You was 2-0. But apparently, hey, you had some beef with some niggas, and apparently you could have been 2-0. I don't know, you implicated yourself into some bullshit. Nigga, you on parole, isn't you? So can they lock your ass back up? That's why I was like confused. You know, and Youngboy's like, man, I don't want no problems with y'all niggas. Just leave me alone. Stop talking your shit. Stay out of my business. I don't want no problem with y'all niggas. Stop the violence. Leave me the fuck alone. So after this point, Youngboy was just having fun with this nigga. This nigga was screaming like, he gonna kill me. He said he gonna boom me. Hey, I like your lingo. Well, he said boom. If you from New York or you kind of follow New York niggas or YouTubers, whatever the fuck, you know boom means a nigga gonna do something to you. Also, why the fuck does Bobby Shmurda want to shoot Wack 100? I'm so confused about that situation. What the fuck happened with that? With that being said, Bobby was like, I'm going to boom Wack, I'm going to boom you, blah blah. Whoever I got beef with, I'm gonna say your name, I'm going to boom you, whatever ish was going on with that little situation. Anyways, Youngboy like, man, I'm chilling, man, whatever. Ooh, hold on, man. Anyways, Youngboy like, man, I'm chilling. Ooh, yo, stop the violence, man. I'm scared. Gangster, stay in your lane. Last time, and then Bobby Shmurda was playing around like, yo, he playing, whatever. He playing, I didn't do nothing to nobody, relax, I didn't do nothing to nobody, chill. He was talking about the bills, like he's saying Youngboy was a slave and the bills he has to pay for himself and his family. And listen, I'm not gonna sit here and be like Bobby Shmurda is broke. But Youngboy got money. Like that's the one thing saying. That nigga got some money. Again, the label made a lot of money off that nigga, but nah. That nigga got some money. Do you see that nigga fan base? They support everything. That nigga got some money. Like, again, he ain't gonna get a basic split. And I'm pretty sure with this new deal he got, he gonna own his masters, probably. Especially now, for the Quando project, basically everything after the last Slimeito, he owns the masters to. Also, and I don't know if he owns the masters to the collab albums, like the Fed Babies thing he did with Moneybagg and the Birdman shit and the... what's that other shit called? The baby one he did. And the Squando shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how his compilation tapes work, if all his artists own a piece of the masters or the masters to the songs they're on. I don't fucking know how that works. With that being said, yeah, and the nigga has a record label, so he can get some money out of that. Nigga sells merch. And yeah, I'm pretty sure at that point, because they weren't going to give him his masters or give him the chance to buy back his masters, if it's true what Academics was stating on one of his Twitch, I was going to say Twitch podcasts, but Twitch streams, maybe he sold his percentage of his fucking masters to the label to get a check. So that nigga not broke. We not going to sit here and act like that nigga broke. That's number one. And then number two, like, that nigga hot as fish grease. I know he ain't he ain't not going to be a nigga played on radio or whatever, but like that nigga cold, bro. He do his thing. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like nigga the king of YouTube and he's saying like all these niggas buy fake streams. I don't feel like Youngboy's fan base does that though, cause that nigga cultivated a fan base. However he did, he cultivated a fucking fan base, right? And he's saying his bots. Now some niggas do bots. We gonna have a story about that, but we ain't gonna talk about them niggas. But with that being said, they was going a little bit back and forth. Then they started not trolling, but Youngboy was trolling. This nigga Bobby was trolling. And then after Bobby like, yo, I'm an old man. What is your story? Which again, Bobby went to jail around 2014. I think Youngboy was around the 2014, 2015 era. Youngboy. Well, at least I found out about that nigga. 2014 to 2016, I found out about that nigga. Yeah, I found out about that nigga around then, right? So with that being said, like, well, you can do a quick Google search, Bobby, but like they was going back and forth. Now, do I feel like there's serious beef? No. Do feel like, yeah, like, bro, the nigga doesn't have Boo Boo the Fool written on his head. Like, with him saying the shit he said about Rowdy, and then you just popping on and seeing what you said, it's like, yeah, you could think a nigga was speaking on you. So I'm not like saying, oh, young boy, like, yo, that was crazy how you popped out there. Because it's like, yeah, it makes sense for you to come to the conclusion the nigga was talking about you, because it made fucking sense. It wasn't like random and wild. Also, number two, like, Bobby, what is he doing, bro? Your ass on parole. You getting caught up in shit like that. Like, Bobby, what is he doing? Again, we all know, like, listen, no matter how rich a nigga is, he still got some of that hood nigga energy in him. Never. Like, every time niggas be like Gucci, I'm like, nigga, that's still Gucci, nigga. That's still Gucci, man. I don't give a fuck how much weight this nigga lost. If this nigga don't slur when he talk, he's audible when he speak, nigga, that's Gucci, man. Big bird, you hear me? That's still that nigga, man. And that's how I feel with Bobby Shmurda and NBA Youngboy. With that being said, this was just messy. I don't know what the fuck's happening. Why does he want to boom fucking Wack 100? Like, there's just so much shit. Bobby was tweaking. Youngboy said, hey, I know you doped up on camera. I used to be doped up on camera. So, I do feel, yeah, he was a little bit under the influence compared to Youngboy. I feel like that nigga was a little bit more clear. But, hey, we'll see what happens, though. I feel like this is real street beef. Like, niggas gonna be marching in the streets. Nah. But again, like, this is just some shit, bro. We gotta leave it alone. Again. And, like, to be fair, like, again, I know we might love King Von more than Quando Rondo. Some people might, you know what I'm saying? If I'm Lil Tim, I'm Quando's mans, and I'm seeing this nigga get beat up with King Von. We all know about King Von. That nigga get busy, you know what I'm saying? We know that nigga. Remember, when Fredo Santana said to the Migos, like, what's it called? I'll show y'all my resume or whatever the fuck. Y'all know what it is with me, right? It's like, y'all know what it is with King Von. You beating on my nigga, and he bust questions. Now again, Rowdy's saying, logic, like, it makes sense. We don't want niggas to die, of course. But in that situation, like, bro, like, we're not gonna look at Lil Tim like, oh, that was stupid how you came up with that little situation. No, it's like, yeah, that's fair. I get it. Like, yeah, it wasn't wild for him to come to that conclusion. And like, to be fair, then you could state, you could make a decent case if they're in Atlanta and they're doing like this self-defense thing that was going on. You could make a decent case in the sense it was self-defense. You could make a decent case. It's a decent case that a lawyer can spin for them. Let's keep it a buck. But yeah, with that being said, Bobby was tweaking. I don't know what the fuck going on with that nigga, man. And we're gonna see how this happens. I don't feel like this gonna come up again, as we seen Youngboy blocked him. So we'll see what the fuck happens if this will come back again. If these niggas do another interview with academics and academics ask them niggas about it. But with that being said, it is what it is. Hey, we'll see what the fuck happens, nigga. Hey, more beef. This nigga was beefing with No Cap. Now he out here beefing with Bobby Shmurda. Hey, we'll see what happens. Also, I hope him and No Cap squash that shit. They both talented niggas. I want them niggas to get along. With that being said, what do you think about the little situation? You think Bobby was in the right? You think YB was in the right? And R.I.P. King Von, bro. That's all I really gotta say at the end of the day. But yeah, like, subscribe, help your boy out, help your boy grow. You know what it is. You know I'm the kid. You know I talk my itty bitty flares. You know what I'm saying? I have some other videos for y'all to check out. Comments down below, links in the description, and I'm gone. You already know what it is. It's your friendly neighborhood K.A. signing out for today. The Black TJ. That while I'm doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like and subscribe if you want to hear a little bit more. And I'm gone. Shalom, zoom, peace, y'all, LG gang. Aye.